want to say, Pantana Bodamwe. Wabona consumer baby Sanega Henderson. Wabona consumer baby Sanega Henderson. What else you? What he baby? What else you baby on the Mano? I want to say, Pantana Bodamwe. I want to say, Pantana Bodamwe. Wabona consumer baby Sanega Henderson. Wabona consumer baby Sanega Henderson. What else you?
120 years ago, the British colonial authorities finally invaded Kumasi, the capital of the epic 19th century empire, and arrested the 26-year-old king of Asante, Kwekudua III, also called Nana Agyemang Prempeh I, the Queen Mother, Nana Agyemang, and 50 others. They were sent first to Elmina in the coastal area of what was then the Gold Coast as political prisoners, and then to Freetown, Sierra Leone, before crossing the Indian Ocean to the Seychelles Island aboard the SS Dakwa. This was in 1896, and at a time Asante had sent a mission to London to negotiate the terms of British incorporation of it into its colonial enclave. The mission was in London, where Joseph Chamberlain, the Secretary of State for the colonies, ordered the invasion. The arrest, which was meant to destabilize the empire and its leadership, led to the last of 8 Anglo-Asante wars of 1900, led on the Asante side by a woman, Yasantwa, Queen Mother of Edweso, later exiled to join Prempeh and the others in Seychelles. It set the tone for the decline of one of Africa's well-built empires since the 1700s. Some of the exiles, including Nana Agyemang and Yasantwa, died on the islands, but others survived, including Prempeh I, whose 27-year captivity is equivalent to Nelson Mandela's Robben Island experience. He was eventually allowed by the British to return to Kumasi, dying 10 years after. A century and 2 decades of a young king's exile is remembered with deep meaning. Hawkish historians tend to treat Prempeh's reign with peripheral analysis and overlook his reasoning power at the time. When resistance to an arch-imperial intention of destruction did not always lead to resolution at the crossroad of history. They turn to forget also that throughout the period he was the testament of cultural faith and its defense through history writing and the elegy of letters. The personally taught history of his people to the new generation born on the island and celebration of Asante festivals. That he also became a sorrowful figure of cultural bereavement, having to bury his parents and other elderly chiefs in a foreign land without due honors as leader of the exiled group. He has written in one of his letters that of the 54 people I came with, there remain only 6 chiefs, and out of the 6, 1 is blind. The remaining are old and ill. This has created more loneliness as compared to when we were so crowded. These letters of melancholy created nationalistic protests from the intelligentsia in the Gold Coast, including from Nana Oforiatta I, E.J.P. Brown, Dr. B.N. Quartey, Papafio, the lawyer J.E. Casely Hayford, who said Prempeh should be allowed to die in his own land. Yet he still had the sanity of preservation, even at a point when he had reached the limits of his powers. If he had not been strong at the time, Asante would have been weaker today.